Absolute fucking shocker. Unbelievable. Do you know what? We came out of Crystal Palace at the weekend. We didn't get the win, which was frustrating, like tonight. But there was a lot of positives to come from it. You could actually see the style of play coming through, which everybody's been crying out for, and everyone's been on the manager's back about. Tonight, squad rotation, which again everybody's been saying he needs to make the most of, done that, but completely fucking different stuff. What the hell was tonight all about? I mean, hello everybody, welcome to Flash Talks. This is my reaction to the Europa League fuck up this evening and the shit show that was. I'm sorry to say it because I love him. I think he's been amazing for us, but Bruno fucking Fernandes, what the hell is going on with you, mate? This is, I will never expect any of my videos to go viral. I'll do this just for a bit of fun. But if this managed to reach him, I just got to say, what is it? What's going on here? It was just a shit show. I'm sorry, mate, but come on. And it has been for week after week now, game after game. Yes, you set up some goals when you came on in the Carabao Cup. But as I keep hearing everyone say, that was Barnsley. That's lower league opposition. Anyone on that field should be doing that. And I gave the pat on the back that evening to everyone. A great performance, great night. 1 week later, complete and utter fuck up. Are we just allergic to European football now, or this? After last season's shit show in the Champions League, I thought maybe, just maybe, Europa League is where we belong, because we clearly weren't up for the Champions League, and the Europa League has got to be our level. I'm starting to question whether that's even the case. New format, all that jazz. We've got 8 games, 4 games at home, 4 away, and going into the game, all the pre-match content and everything. And I'm looking at people, and they're all saying, well, the home games are so important. We get the 4 home game wins. Fantastic. Game number 1, first game at home, we fucking draw. And I knew Twente were going to be difficult. A lot of people going into tonight's fixture saying, oh, we'll walk away with it. We should be destroying them. What are people thinking that we're going to destroy? We are lacking goals. We have been playing relatively well recently. Crystal Palace game, I was really impressed with a lot of it. We're just lacking with the goals. Why people thought we were going to smash in 4 or 5 tonight is beyond me. They are a reasonably good team in the Dutch league. What's made me laugh a little bit tonight is seeing them celebrate like they've just won the Europa League. So maybe that is a small club mentality that maybe that's why people were saying we were going to go and win 4 or 5-0. But nothing I saw tonight impressed me. Nothing. I'm trying to think of a good takeaway from it, but nothing really. I mean, I suppose the only good thing to come away from it is we didn't lose it. Eriksen's goal was a belter, but then he fucked up for their goal. But then half the team did as well. It was shocking. Substitutes they probably were right, but they didn't really work out. None of them really had any impact. And Bruno again fucking wasting it at the end. Big chance to win it right at the death. And the crowd were well up for it as well. I don't know. Absolute shocker. Gutted. I was really up for tonight as well. Bruno, I hate to go back over it again, but since the new contract, it's the same thing that happened with Rashford. We can't have this all season. We cannot go through this all season with Bruno. And I'm sorry, and I'm going to keep saying sorry when I don't need to say sorry, because we're fans and we want to see what's best for this team. And Bruno Fernandes right now is not what's best for this team. I know he wants to play every game. I know he loves it. And we've loved him for his passion and the great performances we've had in the past. But tonight and previous games leading up to this, not for me. And the guy needs to be dropped. He needs a break, and I think it would do him the world of good, to be honest. I don't even know why he was included last week in the Carabao Cup. He could have just been rested completely and then come back at the weekend, but the guy needs a break. What's worrying is he goes to play for Portugal and does a belter, comes back to United and he's shocking. He's been a bit like the Rashford thing last season, and to a certain degree Rashford up until last week. He just seems to be untouchable. He's there for moments. He'll set up a goal. He'll be there for it. And maybe he'll get a magical goal. Maybe that's what we were all what's what the manager hopes out for. I don't know. Maybe next week. We've only got to wait a week till our next Europa League game. Next Thursday night against Porto. That's going to be tough away from home. And I said, we've got to win all our home games. Maybe we've got to go and pick up the wins away from home. Definitely got to get it done. We've got to get as many. We cannot finish outside this top 8. This top 8, the format now has been made easier for the more elite teams that are in the Europa League. And Manchester United, I think I'm going to sneeze and cough at the same time, and if I fart, it means I die, doesn't it, or something like that. No, nothing. Anticlimactic story of my life. That's me. Yeah, we just need to get things done. Well, no disrespect to the other teams in the tournament, but Manchester United is the biggest name in the Europa League this season, and going into the game, so many questions going around the fan base of, well, what's it going to be? Shall we prioritise top 4 this season, or should we prioritise winning the Europa League to get back in the Champions League next season? Judging by tonight, if it carries on like that, we won't be getting near either. We could end up bloody finishing outside this top 8, having to go through the knockout stages of this new format tournament, and then probably get knocked out in that. And then top 4, Chelsea seem to be finding their feet. We're at the early stage of the season, so I'm not getting carried away with the Premier League, because we could find our feet and sort it out. But Chelsea seem to be sorting themselves out. Aston Villa, I was going to be all eyes on them, thinking, right, they're going to struggle with Champions League, but they're just flying at the moment. Wheels could come off, of course they could. But yeah, Newcastle's well competition. Brighton have looked pretty decent. I don't expect them to be challenging for top 4 come the end of the season. But of course, those 3 other spots, there's only one spot available in Champions League for 4th place, because we know the other Liverpool, Arsenal and City are going to finish 1st, 2nd and 3rd, whichever way round you want it. There's only one place to fight for. So, shit is all I have to say to that. Oh, Spurs next. Sunday, Old Trafford. Sunday afternoon. Fans are going to be frustrated. And if it goes wrong again, God help the manager. God help anyone on that field. I'm a firm believer you get behind your team. and you back them no matter how shit they're playing. And I hate calling out players personally, but it's not personal with Bruno. I just think you need to find yourself, mate. Something's gone wrong. You need something out there, because we're not seeing the best of Bruno Fernandes. Portugal are seeing it. We're not. So, what's going on, mate? You're a big part of the plan, big part of the setup. A lot of people said, can he play in a possession-based team? Is he more of a counter-attacking player? I still think, yes, he could. He could end up finding his feet in this team. He's the bloody captain after all. So, we've had some glimmers of hope going forward and a style of play, as I said earlier on. I don't know if this is the long-term vision for Bruno. Let me know in the comments. Is Bruno Fernandes a future answer? Will United win a title? Will United qualify for the Champions League? Will United with Bruno Fernandes in a possession-based team? Because that's looking like the direction we are heading in. So, when I do these match reactions, I kind of want to do a highlight of the game and a low light. So the low light is Bruno Fernandes for me. Highlight is probably Eriksen's goal. I can't think of much else. It was a bit of a belter. It's a shame. It's a shame because, like I said, after the Palace game, I thought tonight we'd see more glimpse of that, but we've just gone backwards and very, very disappointing. Sunday, who knows what United are going to turn up. Let's see what Spurs do tomorrow night. Positive is another thing. That's why I'm late on this video. I was watching the Carabao Cup draw. We got another home tie in the next round against Leicester. So many Premier League teams left. I thought there was more lower league teams left, but there's just like Preston, Sheffield Wednesday, and one other, I think. Wimbledon are playing Newcastle next week, so and they could end up going out, of course. So yeah, positive. United at home against Leicester in the next round of the Carabao Cup at the end of October. So, right, folks, I'm done. Good night, all. Please like the video. Please share the video. Please subscribe to my videos, because there'll be plenty more coming about, not just football related. As people know, I do my talks about wrestling and radio and all other things. I like to have a bit of a laugh and a giggle as well. Make it right proud of myself. There will be content coming with regards to the Vince McMahon documentary on Netflix at the moment. Go check it out. Even if you're a casual wrestling fan, it's certainly a talking point at the moment. So anyway, gone off subject. United, fucking sort it out, please, Sunday. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. I want you to get interactive. Thank you all. Good night.